will be performing her solo show, Imagine I'm Someone Else, at Union Hall in New York City, November 2nd. Please welcome the very funny Isabelle Hagen.
Thank you so much. Oh, it is so good to be back in New York. I just did a show in a small town in Missouri, and they had me at a hotel, and at the hotel there was a poster of me in the elevator. And I'm not famous. So to other people, it just kind of looked like I put it there. And so anytime I got on the elevator, I just had to pray no one else would be on with me and my dumb poster. And I got on the first day and there were 2 people. So I quickly stepped back to kind of block it with my body, but I missed and I just sort of stood next to it. The saddest showing off. Look familiar? But I flew home from Missouri and there was a kid behind me who cried the whole flight. Yeah, not a baby, a child. He knew what he was doing. Oh. But about 2 hours in, he spoke amongst the crying. And he was British. And I was like, oh, all is forgiven. That's adorable. Mommy, you won't let me watch the telly. Let him watch the telly. He's clearly a genius. And very charming. That's why I couldn't have a British boyfriend, I'd let him treat me like crap. I've cheated on you. Say it again. So I'm a comedian, and I also am a classical musician. I play the viola, and all right. Yeah. I live a bit of a double life, and I still play viola gigs around New York City. And I have a boyfriend now, but in the past I have gone home with a guy after a viola gig. Yeah, I do very well. All right. No. The worst part about it is just the next morning doing the walk of shame with the viola. I get in my head, I'm like, if I had a guitar, that'd be cooler. People would see me, they're like, she's cool, this chick's in a band. Of course, she got some action. With the viola, it's just like, little Miss Goody Goody got laid after the symphony concert. What a nerdy whore. So I do comedy and I play viola, and people ask me sometimes, do you ever combine the two in your act? And I usually say no, because I'm not a hack. But enough people have asked, so I've decided to humor them. So if you don't mind, I'm going to play a little viola and then do a little stand-up, and we'll see how it goes together, all right? Little viola, little stand-up. My boyfriend and I are thinking of having a threesome. The good news is we're both down for the threesome. That's the good news. The bad news is he, of course, imagines it like him, another girl, me. I imagine it me, another guy, another girl. My friend asked me how I stay so skinny. I don't know what to tell her. For me, it's just genetics. My grandma also starves herself. I deal with a lot of negative self-talk, and my therapist was like, well, try talking to yourself the way you would a good friend. You wouldn't say all those mean things to her. I'm like, yeah, not to her face. my boyfriend wants to settle down. And I'm like, look, buddy, I got all the things I want to do before I settle down, you know? Like, find the right person. I've been Isabel Hagen. Thank you so much.
Come on, buddy. Get this happen. Isabel Hagen. Isabel will be at Union Hall in New York City, November 2nd. We'll be right back, everybody.